You're watching BuzzTV's The Daily News, your one-stop source for what's going on today in the 3D and entertainment industries.
Hello and welcome to BuzzTV's The Daily News. Today, June 25th, 2007. I'm Buzz.
And I'm Terry.
And before we get started off with the news...
The news.
What are you doing here? Where's Zach?
Well, I don't know. He's supposed to be here, and he just ran out the door, so...
He didn't even realize Zach wasn't here.
So I guess I am filling in for Zach then. This is Terry filling in for Zach.
And
Not
Buzz.
Jason, because Jason's here this time.
Happy to be back. So that just threw me off guard for a second. I wasn't paying attention. We've been doing things so quickly throughout the day, and Zach was here 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, what are you doing away from X and A, man? Get back to work.
Yeah, so anyways, let's start out with the Buzz TV live show the other night. Yeah, we had Buzz TV live Friday night, and it was a blast. I was really surprised at the number of people that we had turn out. In fact, it was one of our largest live turnouts that we've had in the past 2 years. It blew away the last time we did a live show, which was maybe 8 months to a year ago or so.
Yeah, I do not remember.
I don't remember, but yeah, this was amazing. We did have the phone lines up and running. We had a contest. Dan Gurr.
That's right. Way to go, Dan Gurr.
Happened to win the X and A class, which was really cool. Well, really close between him and Sue.
I was going to say, I really dig the way we do the contest because we don't get to choose who the winner is.
I saw a member or two call it creepy.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
I thought it was a really neat idea. Have people call into the show and basically explain why they felt they should be the one deserving of joining the class for free.
I mean, that's relative. I can see why.
I mean, you could have called in and been like, I have no money. I have a family of 26. I live on the border. I eat rice.
26 wants to learn X and A.
Because I want to better my future.
I'm just saying that a man that has 26 children probably has more pressing issues than X and A.
It was a great show, and congratulations goes out to Mr. Dan Gurr and to Swoop. Swoop, it was such a close race. Swoop lives over in Denmark. He's such a great guy. Dan Gurr's down in Portugal. We had to throw at least Volume 1 over there to Swoop. We couldn't leave him out. I mean, come on. So, plus he's a pirate.
Yeah, yar.
So there you go. So it was a lot of fun, and since we had such a great turnout, we will be having a live Buzz TV show again this coming Friday at 8 o'clock Central Daylight Time. For Zulu or GMT, figure it out. Type it into Google.
If you put all those numbers out, man, I'm going to be impressed.
No. So what is it, 5 hours or so? Anyways.
I don't know.
So 1 or 2 o'clock. I think it's still going to be 2 o'clock in the morning for those for GMT time if you want to take and convert that from there. But anyways, also before we get into tonight's news, quick reminder: the Buzz Tour. It's coming and it's coming fast. That's right. We will all be jumping in an RV here really soon. Just a few weeks away.
Yeah, it's like less than 2, isn't it?
No, I don't think it's less than 2, but it is coming.
We're leaving on the 13th, 14th. Friday. Oh, okay, good.
14th. You can't leave on Friday the 13th.
Leaving on Friday the 13th
because we will get 5 feet and wreck.
Yeah, that's exactly what's going to happen.
And the whole trick would just simply be destroyed. But yeah, looking over here at the computer, we will be in Kansas City July 15th, Denver July 17th, Seattle the 21st, San Francisco on the 25th, Las Vegas on July 28th. Los Angeles has been moved from August 3rd to August 4th so that it is a Saturday and it'll be easier for people to meet up with us. San Diego on August the 7th at Seagraph, and finally Phoenix on August the 9th. Really looking forward to meeting those of you that are loving members of 3D Buzz. If you don't really care much for 3D Buzz, there's no real reason to show up.
Yeah, that's a good point.
This
is going to be a grueling trip.
Oh, it really will.
It's going to be like Oregon Trail.
Almost 6,500 miles.
Buzz has died of dysentery. I had to think of one of the worst ways you could die on that game.
I guess so. So moving on to some news for tonight. We do hope to see you at the Buzz Tour. So let's start out with Get Set for Playboy, the movie. Yeah. Playboy magazine founder Hugh Hefner's wild life is being turned into a feature film that will look at his social activism as well as his sexual exploits.
Well, I don't know if I want to see Hugh Hefner's sexual exploits. That would just be wrong. The man is my hero. He invented something that I love to death, and he wears pajamas all the time.
And what's wrong with that?
I don't want to see his sexual exploits, is my point.
It is being produced by Universal Pictures by Brian Grazer, who won Best Picture Academy Award for A Beautiful Mind. Fantastic movie.
I still haven't seen that one.
Oh, you got to see it.
I heard it was really good. That's the
really good movie.
Yeah, I heard it was fantastic.
It's the one with Russell Crowe in it.
Yeah, that's the one.
Good stuff.
The Gladiator.
Now, this next story is good news.
If they do it right. Brad and Mole's incredible sequel. Bum, bum, bum. Brad Bird, who wrote and directed the Oscar-winning animated
It's
film.
not Brad, it's Bird. Mole's incredible sequel.
What did I say?
Who really knows?
Okay.
But I don't think it was Bird Moles. Something
Oh,
like,
see, I said Bird Moles together, so it sounded like it was his name, which is not true. His name is Brad Bird.
he's thinking about an incredible sequel.
That's right. So everyone's like, man, oh, I'm glad they clarified that. Whew.
As I thought we were doomed for a second.
Brad Bird, who wrote and directed the Oscar-winning animated film The Incredibles, told Sci-Fi Wire that he is still working out a story good enough to justify a sequel. He, quote, I have to come up with a story that is as good as or better than the original. Well,
And if he pulls that off, I will be
Yeah, it's like
excited.
their first one was awesome,
It was
so it's going to be
fantastic.
really hard to do that.
No pressure there, Brad.
Yep, and he says, if I could come up with something like Toy Story 2 with the same characters from Incredibles, then I would do it in a second. So, there you go.
Moving right along to some other interesting news. Transformers Reborn on TV.
This saddens me.
Cartoon Network Studios and Hasbro are co-producing a new animated Transformers series, which will premiere in January and is hoped to build on the momentum created by the highly anticipated live-action feature film opening July 3rd. The new series is called Transformers Animated and will have the Autobots fighting evil humans instead of the Decepticons. Terry,
That's a one.
you are the first being interviewed in regards to this new event.
That's such a one-sided battle. If the Autobots had to fight humans instead of Decepticons, step on them. They're 90 feet tall. Just crunch. Oh, hey, the battle's hey, Earth saved. Huzzah! We're all happy and dancing, and it's all good. But the Decepticons are the whole point behind it because the humans couldn't stop them, and the name drives me to Transformers Animated. How long did it take them to think of that name? 10 seconds? Anyway, move on to some gaming news.
No, that's good stuff. I know, let's not leave. I saw a new commercial for the Transformers movie the other day.
Okay.
With scenes that I had not yet seen.
Okay.
I was really afraid after the first couple of trailers that really started to get into showing all of the robots transforming.
Right.
That we had seen everything that was cool.
I got you, because they're going to throw everything that's awesome in this movie at
all
you,
the money
just try to get you in
shots
the seats.
Are out there.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
This new preview I saw blew my mind.
And
everything I see, they're showing new stuff that just blows my mind.
I was not happy with the Transformers movie. Like, live action movie, I was pretty ecstatic about it. But then I started reading what they're doing to it.
You realized it wasn't going to be the cartoon.
Well, yes and no. It's like, I would have been happy if they didn't make it 100% like the cartoon, because the cartoon was cheesy as all crap.
Sure.
I'll be the first one to admit that. It was dumb. I'm sorry, it was. But what I will say,
But
though,
he loved it.
I love the cartoon. I will fist fight anyone.
It's so dumb.
It's rocking.
Feed me more.
But I will say this, though. He did a good job of getting me excited for the movie, and I had the exact same concerns that you had.
Good
watching it. It's like,
heavens.
oh, man, he's going to just throw everything out there in the trailers.
And every time
yeah.
some sort of, quick spot comes on TV or a new trailer comes out or just some type of, first look special exclusive from whoever.
Yeah.
It just keeps getting better and better.
Yeah, I have actually made a point not to start watching those anymore because it's only, a few days away now.
Just a few days away.
Yeah. So I'm just going to wait because I know I'm going to see something that's just going to make you incredibly mad and not go see
Take your iPod, just in case you get 15 minutes and then go, the acting sucks and this is cheesy. Throw your iPod on, crank up the music, because the animation is stellar.
It really is. I mean, if you haven't seen the clips out there, they're like 2 or 3 minute clips.
Well, what was the one truck that was transforming as the camera went up underneath it?
It looked like, I think it was a dump truck.
Giant dump truck.
Yeah, I think it was a dump truck, and it just started transforming, and
Man.
the axle hit into the concrete and started flipping around. It
But
was
all
fantastic.
of the parts actually appeared to work.
It was awesome.
Yeah, that
was really cool.
Play it back frame by frame. We actually took it in a virtual dub and did that, where you can start seeing the skid marks appear and all the dust. Oh, it's just well timed, well executed.
So kudos to you, CG guys. Good job. Moving on to some gaming news. Nintendo jumps ahead of Sony in market value. Can't say we didn't see this coming. Nintendo overtook Sony Corporation Monday in a market
I'm telling
value.
you, man, it's Sony's plan.
To go bankrupt?
This is their... We don't know. It's to get near bankruptcy for some secret reason. Think about it.
We don't have to pay any loans back anymore at all.
What was it, Gran Turismo? They were using other people's...
Yeah. What? No, they were using Project Gotham Racing 3, wasn't it?
I think so.
There was a racing game that they were trying to promote, but they kept using shots from Project Gotham Racing 3.
A different game, not created by them. And then saying their racing game is super cool. Check out this picture. which is really another.
Even the license plate even had the name of the game on the license plate. So I can't. Well, I was going to say I can't give Sony too much crap for that, but it was Sony's fault. It really was.
What about exploding batteries?
Exploding batteries. Now that
the PS3.
Yeah. Oh, this is even better. The iPhone's coming out soon, right?
Right.
It's going to be $600 for a phone that's this big.
Understand.
This thing, they're predicting it's going to be record sales for an iPhone.
Actually, with as much hype as it's got, and every time I open up a browser, I'm seeing the iPhone somewhere.
Right.
I mean, right now on the front page of the way I've got Google set up with all my news coming in. Will iPhone change everything or fall flat? Okay, there it is in my mind. Let's see. Does any other of these places have mention of it? Just a quick scan, scan, not trying to waste anybody's time.
But we're doing it anyway.
So tough. You can fast forward. Nope, not seeing it. So we got one thing at the moment. But that's my point. We were able to come in here, and there something was on the iPhone. So what I'm getting at is there's been so much hype. And everybody's like, ooh, Apple, ooh, we got the iPod, so
yeah,
it's going to be, so everybody, it's going to happen.
Yeah, okay, so now we're going to go with that, $600. Now, the reason Sony says not so many words, they're saying the price point is perfectly fine for a PlayStation 3. Of course, everybody out there, the people that defend Sony,
right,
the Sony defenders that say we're going to get pwned, they say the reason that the PlayStation 3 is not doing well is because of the price point. That's what they're saying. They said you can't deny the fact that the PS3 has great hardware in it. It may very well. I don't know. I don't have one.
I just, every time in Walmart, I just pointed this out to Logan the other night that we just said this on BuzzTV Live the other day. Every time I go to Walmart, there's a PS3 crashed. Yeah. Guess where this one was crashed at? This was the front monitor when you first walk into electronics. It was crashed on their logo screen.
Oh, nice.
Not a game, not a demo, on their logo.
That's fantastic. But my point is...
Logo!
Hilarious. Point is, though, is they're saying that the PS3 is too expensive and they're going to take off when they drop the price by $100.
Right.
Which is almost imminent. They're going to do that this year. But when the iPhone's coming out, that's $600 for something they can't do as much as a PS3, and it's going to break sales records, is what they're predicting.
Sure.
So we're going to have to wait and see on this, because if they come out and they just slam the iPod out there, or the iPhone, and it just starts ramping up, and it breaks all these records, then PlayStation or Sony's just going to have to sit back and be like, all right, we need to reevaluate very quickly what's going on. So
lack of, there are a couple cool games for the PS3 out there. Is there enough cool games for me to want to spend $600? No.
Those cool games I could get on the Xbox.
Do we? Man, why you got to pull out that ace, man?
I'm just saying is that if the games that are good that are on the PS3 are the exact same games that are good on the Xbox 360.
Okay.
And now their moneymaker, the stuff they're going to get, the cash, the moneymaker, which is Final Fantasy 13. Okay, they said that it's not going to no longer be exclusive. Well, Squaresoft has dropped back and said, no, it is going to be exclusive. That was just a rumor. Okay, cool. So when's the game coming out? August of 2008. So Sony, I'm sorry guys, just where was I?
No, this is not Sony bashing. This is just talking about how Nintendo jumps ahead of Sony in market value.
Yeah, and that's how it all started. Wow. Anyway, going back full circle here, Nintendo overtook Sony Corporation Monday in market value as the company that brought to the world Mario and Donkey Kong cranks up the pressure on its arch rival, helped by the success of its Wii game console. Nintendo has long dominated the handheld video game machines, which is and is now challenging Sony's crown in home consoles as the Wii outsells the PlayStation 3 several times over in key markets such as U.S. and Japan.
I know the PSP is on its way.
It's a decent machine.
It's on its way to an early grave, probably. And I hate to say that. I love the PSP. They did a fantastic job with that. But I was pretty shocked the other day, last night, to see that the PSP was now $169.
Oh, yeah.
I paid $250 for mine.
Yeah, they dropped the price on that thing quick, and they had a giant jump in sales as a result.
Did they really?
They did, but not even close to even coming close to Nintendo sales that week. They're trying. I mean, I'll give them that. They're trying. UMDs right now, $5 a piece. Go buy them. They're awesome.
Well, for those of you that have an Xbox, I've got good news. Austin Powers is available for free on the Xbox Live. Beginning yesterday, Xbox Live users could download a free copy of Austin Powers, International Men of Mystery. The download is apparently sponsored by McDonald's. Their Burger Kong area BurgerCon area of Xbox Live. So, however, this is really cool. McDonald's is not forcing advertising down your throat,
which is sweet,
like they do their hamburgers.
Yeah.
Instead, you'll be able to get the free download. You'll be able to get it until June the 28th, and once more from July 13th through the 19th. That's very cool.
And this is something that I'm digging with Xbox Live nowadays, is that, like, for instance, you could go right now, go get the Pac-Man television show, the first episode of Pac-Man television show for absolutely free.
Why do you want to watch Pac-Man television show?
Have you not watched it?
Smack!
It's fantastic. Go watch it.
Just
Did
like
you know his wife's name?
Like the 1980s Transformers cartoon?
Hey, that is, I will defend
Smack.
that to the death. Did you know what? Pac-Man's wife's name is Pepper?
Actually, I think I did know that.
Yeah. Not many people know that. Anyway, moving on. Oh, man, more Sony. Why do you give me all the Sony bashing ones? Big Japanese publishers shift from Sony to Nintendo. This is something that everybody already knew. Anyway, big third-party publishers are shifting their forces from Sony Computer Entertainment to Nintendo, with the DS and the Wii doing major business. This shift should not come as a surprise. Duh. The article points out that Bandai Namco and Sega have double the amount of Nintendo-geared software during fiscal 2007 compared to the previous year. Likewise, Capcom has slated more games for Nintendo than for Sony. That's not saying they're not making games for the PS3, it's just that they're making more of a focus on the Wii. That's all that's saying.
Really?
Yeah, I guess they have to start making money, you know?
Moving right over to some happy news. Actually, let's move over to the world of tech news and talk about piracy. A very unique form of piracy. Actually, it's a form of how piracy is affecting the world.
That's right, worldwide.
The headline reads, NBC says piracy hurts corn growers.
This just makes me laugh every time.
Corn growers.
I was talking to some guys on IRC today about this, and
You have corn growers that don't even know what a computer is.
That's right. It's like they still use the old-fashioned shovel or your newfangled internets with your borats.
In a purported filing with the FCC calling for enhanced regulations of the internet in an attempt to stifle evil P2P activity, NBC boarded out a string of text that it surely hoped would be overlooked. Alas, hardly any ridiculous claims go unseen these days. So we're faced with yet another gem. Quote, in the absence of movie piracy, video retailers would sell and rent more movies. Movie theaters would sell more tickets and popcorn. Corn growers would earn greater profits and buy more farm equipment.
This is the stupidest
Stop
thing I've
stealing
ever heard.
movies, guys. You're killing John Deere.
Yeah. Think of the corn growers.
Think of the equipment sellers.
And see, they're right there. That's how we get stuff like, like the farmer out there making a bomb shelter. That internet's going to kill us all.
So what happens if it's the guy who's selling the farm equipment who goes home at night and downloads the movies?
He's taking money out of his own pocket, man.
Ow. That one hurts my head.
All right. Moving on, some other happy news, I guess. Where is ringleader gets over 4 years in prison.
Ouch.
The head of underground piracy group Drink or Die was sentenced to 51 months in jail in the U.S. last week on one count of conspiracy to commit criminal copyright infringement. 44-year-old Hugh Griffith pleaded guilty in the U.S. federal court earlier this year to the charges. Drink or Die, founded in Russia in 1993, is estimated to have been responsible for copying and distributing more than $50 million in copyright content like movies, music, and software, based on the retail value of the copies distributed by the group.
They're cracking down.
Well, I mean, that's good, I guess. Yeah.
You guess.
Well, I'll have to say yes, it's good, but at the same time,
But you no longer have a place to get your software for.
Yeah, now I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do tonight. No, I kid. Anywho.
Yeah. You know how I feel about piracy.
Yeah, we've had this huge discussion. I'm sure a fist fight broke out.
Yeah, we get into giant arguments about that around here.
I will just stand. Okay, this is what I believe about piracy.
When you expect me to pay you every week.
Yes, and I agree with that. But what I'm saying, though, is that TV shows that I could get readily for free off of the TV. Okay. I hit record on a VCR.
And I did, but I stipulated.
And you did. You did say
that's cool.
That is my only... That's the only thing that I have with piracy.
Otherwise, I said if you want to kick anyone's ass, kick Tom Cruise's ass, or or any movie star who's going to charge $25 million to be in a movie, because those prices are high. Our writers' prices are high. Our directors, they charge stupid amounts of money, and then you end up with a $108 million budget to create some big blockbuster. And now, of course, they're going to charge high ticket sales. In the end, it all comes down to that. So, let's just start paying them a whole lot less money.
Hey,
Let's go back to 25-cent movie sales.
Start paying cops, teachers, and doctors that money.
Don't get me started on doctors.
Doctors need more money.
I'm going to have this quick 45-minute surgery that's going to cost $25,000. Yeah, they need more money.
That's right.
I go for the whole teachers idea. Did you say lawyers?
No.
Oh, thank heavens.
I'm mad at lawyers right now. I got to pay some lawyer right now.
Yeah, that's a long story. Stay away from those clubs in Nashville on the weekend, Terry.
Hey, it's called the Glory Hole. I thought it was going to be a happy place. Sorry, did I just give you some fuel there?
Biting my tongue so that I say nothing. Moving right into digital sales, exploding as Apple muscles to the number 3 spot in music sales. I can see this, but it's really cool when we introduce who number 1 and number 2 is.
Yeah, it's just amazing to think about this.
Market research firm NPD Group is reporting that Apple has moved into the number 3 slot when it comes to music sales, surpassing Amazon and trailing only brick-and-mortar giants Walmart and Best Buy. That's just impressive.
Yeah.
I bet they had one hell of a party when this news came out.
They're like, whoa, we're awesome.
According to a copy of the report seen by Reuters, Walmart holds the number 1 position with a 15.8% market share, while Best Buy is second with 13.8%. Apple is the top online outlet with 10% of the total United States music market.
Now, this is a feat and a half when you start thinking about when was the iPod released.
Not too terribly long
ago. And that is a direct result of the iPod. Just buying stuff off of iTunes.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's just amazing.
And I still think it's funny the RIAA is like, no, it's CD sales and pirates. That's the reason we're not making money. It's like, well, start making them digital.
Well, guys, it is great to finally be back with you here on BuzzTV's The Daily News. And we do look forward to joining you tomorrow night, bringing you more of the crazy stuff that's happening around our lovely globe. With that, that's going to conclude tonight's show. We'll see you tomorrow.